Some opportunities do not knock on the door when they arrive. They do not shout. They do not make themselves obvious. In fact, most of the time, they look like fear. In 2009, while the world of economy was collapsing, everyone was in panic. The stock markets were falling. Retirement accounts were melting away. People were saying, "Everything is over." Right at that time, a high school teacher invested the $50,000 he had saved to buy a house into an S&P 500 index fund. Everyone thought he was being ridiculous. His family told him he should not rush. His friends said, "Let the market recover first, then you can enter." But the teacher did not wait for any of that. Today, that money is worth around approximately $590,000. He did not do this by picking stocks. He did not do this by timing the market perfectly. He did not get insider information. He only applied this. When everyone is afraid, real opportunities quietly appear. And in my opinion, today we are in a similar period again. But this time, the issue is not only a stock market crash. A much bigger event is happening. In the coming years, approximately $124 trillion will change hands. This number sounds unreal. But here is the point. The baby boomer generation, meaning the generation born between 1946 and 1964, owns a very large part of the wealth in America. And this wealth will flow into children, grandchildren, companies, foundations, and different areas of the economy over the next 20 to 25 years. But the biggest misconception here is this: I will not receive an inheritance, so this does not concern me. No. Actually, this is the part that concerns you the most, because when big money moves, only the people who receive inheritance do not win. That money goes into investment accounts. It goes into real estate. It goes into companies. It goes into new businesses. It changes markets, sectors, home prices, career opportunities, and business models. So the real issue is not whether money will directly be left to you or not. The real issue is where you stand and watch for opportunity while this money is moving. The same thing happened after 2009. During that period, millions of people did not become rich because they were all smart and strategic. Most of them simply invested regularly. They continued putting money into 401k accounts, retirement accounts, and index funds. While the world was panicking, they stayed inside the system. So what do you think happened, my friends? In 2010, there were around approximately 8 million millionaire households in America. By 2024, this number had risen to almost 24 million. In other words, millions of ordinary people became millionaires thanks to major wealth transfers and rising markets. We can take this lesson from here. Wealth often moves not toward those who act in a hurry, but toward those who wait in the right place for a long time. It took me time to learn this too. In the past, I thought of money only like a salary. You work, you earn, you spend, and you save a little. But money definitely does not grow like that. Money grows when it enters the system. It grows when you buy assets. It grows when it combines with time. It grows with patience and time. One of the biggest mistakes I made was this: waiting for the perfect time. Let the market fall a little. Let the economy recover. Let me have a little more money. I will start later. But life does not give you a clear starting line. In 2009, nobody knew that the bottom was really the bottom. Even the high school teacher did not know. He simply took the risk and made a decision. The same logic applies today. This wealth transfer does not have one single day. It does not have one single starting point. This is a 2-5-year process. And the process has already started. If you continue not starting 10 years from now, you will say to yourself, "I wish I had started earlier." This sentence is the most bitter sentence of poverty. I wish I had started earlier. So how did I fix this? And what do we need to do? First, we need to stop seeing investing as gambling. Gambling is trying to get rich in the short term. Investing is waiting for the system to grow in the long term and becoming a part of it. Second, we need to know tools that spread across the broad market, such as index funds. Not everyone needs to pick individual stocks. Not everyone needs to be a financial genius. But everyone needs to stop letting their money melt away only in a bank account. Third, we need to build the habit of regular investing. Do not be ashamed to start small. Because the issue is not the amount, it is the system. $100, $200, $500. The important thing is that this money enters the asset side and accumulates every month. Fourth, we need to protect our cash power. Because crises will come again. Declines will happen again. People will be afraid again. And if you are completely broke during that period, you will only watch the opportunity and the people who take it from a distance. Fifth, we need to follow where the money will go. Artificial intelligence, health technologies, energy, digital infrastructure, real estate, financial advisory, inheritance planning, tax advisory, and things like that. When big money moves, some sectors grow. If you build skills inside those sectors, you grow with them too. But the most important thing is this: stay away from short-term moves, buying and selling, and getting out quickly. The market will fall. The news will scare people. People will say, "This time is different." They said this in every period. They said it in 2011. They said it in 2020. They said it in 2022. But in the long term, the ones who grew their wealth were not the ones who panicked, but the ones who stayed in the game and grew together with companies. Today, we are inside a historic money movement. I am not saying this just to exaggerate. The numbers say this: $124 trillion will change places. Millions of new millionaires will be created. Some will do this through inheritance, some through investing, some by entering the right sector, and some simply by being smart and knocking on the doors of opportunity. But some people will think this is nonsense and do nothing. They will watch. They will complain. They will say, "The rich are getting richer." And yes, actually, they will be right, because the rich stay inside the system. They buy assets. They use time. They do not sell in panic. When opportunity comes, they are already ready. What would you choose? Either you watch this period from the outside, or you include yourself in the game. The real lesson in the high school teacher's story is not $50,000. The real lesson is courage. Taking action when everyone is afraid. Starting when everyone is waiting. Staying inside the system when everyone is running away. Because life does not always give you big opportunities in shiny packaging. Sometimes it gives them as fear. It gives them as uncertainty. It gives them as noise. And in that moment, a person who learns from the past understands this. Wealth goes not to those who predict the future, but to those who prepare for the future.